There are lots of different types of hybrids powering various vehicles on American roadways, from the most famous, which is the Toyota Prius, to the Chevy Volt, the Malibu Eco, and the Mercedes S400. They're all at least a little different, with price tags that vary from moderate to mondo.
The Hyundai Sonata Hybrid gets 35 miles per gallon in the city and 40 on the highway, which I think sort of proves that hybrids are here to stay.
In the case of the Sonata Hybrid, the major differentiating factor is the battery.
It's a little bit different from a lot of other hybrids on the road in that it has a lithium polymer battery. A lot of other car companies tend to use nickel metal hydride, but we've found that the best solution is lithium polymer.
The regular Sonata has turned into Hyundai's bread and butter vehicle. The Korean automaker sold 225,000 Sonatas last year, making it by far the company's best-selling vehicle. Now, Hyundai has come up with what they refer to in the pharmaceutical industry as a brand extension, the Sonata Hybrid. A friend of mine was interested in buying a Sonata Hybrid. She said it was because she didn't want to pay for gas anymore. She lives in Upper Manhattan and commutes to Midtown. I explained that she'd still have to pay for gas unless she bought an electric car like the Volt or the Nissan Leaf, but then she'd have to plug it in. Living in an apartment and parking on the street made that a little impractical without a really, really long extension cord. My friend drove the Sonata Hybrid, and the main thing she didn't like about it was the high belt line. For the uninitiated, the belt line is the ridge that wraps around the car at the bottom of the windows. My friend, who is of average height, said the high belt line made it hard for her to see in New York traffic. She also thought the interior on her husband's Durango was more attractive than the interior on the Sonata Hybrid. Personally, I think Hyundai's done a great job of creating upscale automotive interiors for plebeian prices. But as I always tell people, the interior is more important than the exterior, since you only see the outside of your car for a few seconds every day. One big disappointment was kind of on the inside. It was the inside of the trunk of the Sonata Hybrid. For some reason, there were exposed parts in the trunk that looked like they could be easily damaged when throwing suitcases or sports equipment into the trunk or pulling that stuff back out. The Sonata Hybrid gets 35 miles per gallon in the city and 40 on the highway.
This is Hyundai's first venture into hybrid technology, and so far, so good. However, I do feel it rumble off and rumble on when I'm at a stoplight.
The gasoline engine and the electric motor combined to get the Sonata Hybrid from 0 to 60 in about 9 seconds, according to Motor Trend. The combined power plants generate 206 horsepower. Hyundai's telematics system called BlueLink is also included.
BlueLink is Hyundai's safety, infotainment, navigation, and entertainment system. BlueLink does everything from allow you to get directions if you're lost to direct you to a gas station that has the best prices in your area.
The base price for the Hyundai Sonata is about $26,000. The options on our test car included navigation with a backup camera, leather-wrapped steering wheel, double sunroof, leather seating surfaces, heated seats for both the front and rear passengers, but they don't get as warm as I'd like them to. 17-inch alloy wheels, HD radio, and 90 days of Sirius XM radio and real-time traffic and weather. The total price as tested for the 2012 Hyundai Sonata was about $31,500. I'm Grant Winter reporting for Real World Test Drive.